Hi, Wright Mill Road Elementary in Alabama.
My name is Adeline and I'm a female wrestler here at the Olympic Training Center.
My name is Bowsher and I'm a modern pentathlete here at the training center.
How would you tell us a little more about what modern pentathlon is?
Well, the sport of modern pentathlon consists of 5 different disciplines: shooting, fencing, swimming, horseback riding, and running.
That's a lot. Wrestling, I do freestyle wrestling. There's 2 different styles, or 3 different styles of wrestling. There's Greco-Roman, there's men's freestyle, and there's women's freestyle. Women's freestyle got introduced to the Olympics in 2004, and so this will be our 3rd cycle, and I'm really excited to try out for the team here in April. Hi Zoe. So the question was how I find fun in my day. We have a lot of practices. We practice 2 times a day for 2.5 hours each session. So it is challenging, but you know, Sundays we have off, so I try to do as much resting as possible, but also try to fit in fun things.
For me, because pentathlon's a lot of different events, we have a lot of practices during the day. So what I try to look for is just stuff to do on the weekends, something same as her. Sundays we have off. Maybe try to do something. Maybe Saturday night, go see a Nuggets game, or because I'm originally from Dallas, so if Dallas ever comes to town with any sports teams, I'll definitely go watch and have them beat the Colorado team.
I don't know about that.
Hi Brock. The question is, how old was I when I started to do my sports? I was 19 years old when I started. I started swimming when I was 12, and so after 7 years of swimming, I kind of got maybe a little burned out of it. So I switched over to pentathlon, gave it a try, and 8 years later, here I am, qualified for London.
I started wrestling when I was 6 years old. I wrestled against the boys until I was 17, until I joined an all-girls program at Northern Michigan University. Pretty much just getting into female wrestling was kind of difficult because it isn't a very popular sport, so it took a lot of traveling and a lot of extra effort to find girls to wrestle. Thankfully, women's wrestling is growing and there are more clubs and tournaments all over, but for me it really was just about finding those tournaments and getting to this point. Hi Lily, the question is if I miss things that I kind of have to sacrifice because I am an elite athlete. I do miss them, and it is difficult every Thanksgiving when I'm supposed to be cutting weight and I can't have the pumpkin pie. You're not supposed to overindulge in those sweets or go out with your friends, so it is a lot of sacrificing, but you know, it's worth it. When you stand on that podium and have that medal around your neck and have our national anthem played, it really makes it all worth it. I can eat junk food the rest of my life.
Pretty much the same thing she said. You know, there's a lot of sacrifices that we have to do to be at such a high level. There are some things I miss. Living here in Colorado and my family's still in Texas, I only get to see them 2 or 3 times a year. I talk to them a lot on the phone, but that's one of the things I miss, is just being around my family. But it's a sacrifice that we have to make just to make our dream come true. Hi Emma. Living here at the Olympic Training Center, there's a lot of other athletes, and one of the things that I take from them is just, I use it as like a motivation to help me perform better. There's a lot of athletes around here, and we're all trying to get that same goal of winning gold at the Olympics, and just seeing how hard they work makes me want to work just as hard, and I think we just feed off each other and just make each other better.
That energy is really true. I mean, here at the training center it's a very intense environment. You have everybody going to different events, different tournaments, different practices. Everyone's on a different schedule, so it's really easy to feed off that really positive, strong energy. For me, I find it more interesting to sit down and really talk to athletes about what their disciplines are, finding out what pentathlon is, and being able to go and watch my friends compete in the sports are really awesome. Just really understanding what each discipline is. I didn't even know, I don't know anything about swimming, and so it's really cool being able to talk to some athletes who've done it their entire lives, and I think it's true for other athletes to hear my story about how I started wrestling and what wrestling is. So it's it's really fun. I enjoy talking to athletes about their different sports and how they got into it. Hi Quashawn, your question was about diet. For me, I have a nice little app on my phone and it's connected to the nutritionist here at the Olympic Training Center, and so I log everything I eat. I eat about 1,800 calories, and then I also log my exercise. So right now I'm trying to fit into a smaller weight class. Women's Wrestling for World Championships has 7 weight classes, but for the Olympics you drop down to 4. So I have to go from 67 kilos down to 63 kilos, which is 147 pounds to 138 pounds. And it's difficult to drop the weight, but with having everything that I eat logged into a computer so my nutritionist can take a look at it and see what I should be eating better, what I should be eating worse, and different things like that, so it's really helpful.
For me, pentathlon is not a weight class event. We do a lot of practices a day. We're burning 4,000, 5,000 calories a day, so I want to make sure I take in that much. So it's not a really big deal about what I'm eating, but the way I look at it is I treat my body as a machine, to something that helps me perform well. So I need to put in what will make it perform its best. So I need to make sure I get all my fruits and vegetables, all the vitamins and minerals and things like that. And of course I'll have an occasional pizza. Every once in a while I'll go and get some delicious Bluebell ice cream. But what I eat, it doesn't really matter, but I just need to make sure I get everything that I need. Bye, Wright Road Elementary.